Hello, entrepreneurs. As we continue down the road of talking about money, I want to make sure you understand and that you really get the importance of it. If we do not start having better and more real conversations about money, we are sending our children out and we are into a world that they are not prepared for. They may know technology, they may know how to make videos, they may know how to make money, but we're not teaching them how to retain money, how to invest money, and how to save money. I think we can all agree that pretty much there's not many of us that don't know how to make money. I mean, after all, when times get rough, as African American people, we know how to survive in some rough times. But it's not enough to survive. Every time we settle for just surviving, we are setting ourselves up as well as the next generation to start over. And we're not starting over on a regular playing field. We're starting over at the bottom. We're starting over way behind. Not just at ground zero, but now we've entered into the negative zone. Things are moving fast and they're moving swiftly. And yes, there are so many different opportunities to make money. And at the same token, because of those opportunities, our management of money is going down, and that's the opposite way. We want to seize opportunities to make money and at the same time realize and understand how to invest and what to do so that we don't lose the money we make. There are some things and some opportunities that are limited. And if you treat an opportunity like it's for a lifetime when it's a limited opportunity, you're setting yourself up for failure. So you want to make sure that you're thinking about right now and in the future. Still talking about money management. A good portfolio, a good talk, a good strategy about money is that you understand and you look at the life cycle of what you're doing. It's like working. Everybody understands and talks about retirement. No matter what your job is, there is a limited amount of years that you're going to perform that same job. That's why you have 401k. And what you want to do is to make sure that not only you have 401k, but that you put aside other money so that you're prepared for when you walk off that job or when you leave. There's so many different levels to it. In that same manner, that's the way we have to teach our children. That for every opportunity, we got to be able to look at the other side of the opportunity. What if it dries up? What if this happens? And that's how we manage our money. Or you take the money you make and invest it into other areas that you're diverse so that you're never back at ground zero or back in the negative. These are the conversations we have to have. These are the conversations we have to have multiple times, and we have to talk about until we get understanding. We cannot afford to make the subject of money in our homes taboo. That is killing us economically, and whether or not you understand it, racism on any level has to do with economics. It's about what we don't know and what we're not passing on. And any opportunity that we don't pass on, at that point, we are damaging ourselves. As I continue about the talk with minorities and money, we got to change it. And we can't just talk about what we spend. We cannot just brag about, we cannot just point out, we cannot just impress. We got to stop just throwing parties. We have to change the narrative of how we look at money, how we approach making money, and most importantly, how we approach distributing our money, saving our money, investing our money, and explaining it to our children so that they have a respect for it, so that they understand it and that they are able to retain it. We've got to learn to start passing it on from generation to generation. And I don't just mean money, but I mean the knowledge as well. It profits us nothing to have a lot of money without knowledge. We see it all the time. When a person comes into a lot of money and they have no knowledge, no understanding, they begin to spend like there's no tomorrow. They invest in heavily into assets that depreciate or that does not retain value, and they invest very little into appreciating assets. We don't know, we've got to talk about the difference between good debt and bad debt. Because we don't talk about good debt and bad debt, which will be in the next video, then I run into entrepreneurs all the time who are afraid to go into debt when really that's the time to go into it, not when you're going into it for a vacation or clothes or things that you wear on your body, or as I like to say, hips, lips, and fingertips. So as a result, the business always operates at a handicap. These are all things that when we start talking about money and when we take it and move it from being taboo, we're going to be able to change our very generational wealth. We're going to be able to build wealth, and we're going to be able to go to the next level. It's been your girl, the Queen Bee. Minorities and money. Limited talks, limited exposure means limited finances. Bye-bye.